Reddit sells out.
I read Reddit. Like I almost use it instead of Google.
I used to frequent Reddit. Like literally I would spend multiple hours every single day on Reddit. And I no longer do that. Yeah, that was the one part that I thought that was actually real good on Reddit to offer that kind of Truth Social sells out.
I think everybody would have blocked that instance if it was on the Fediverse anyway. Why is just one guy staking this thing worth $3.3 billion? Even if it was a bunch of rich people, who wants to advertise there?
Yeah.
Like how many gold IRAs can you advertise? I got kicked off of that one, if you could imagine.
How the tech are you? This week, I've got two somewhat similar stories. The first one is Reddit sells out. Reddit went public and made $519 million. Reddit went public at $34 per share to its moderators and admins. Then they opened on the market at $47 per share, and they are currently trading, as of this recording, at $59.80 per share. So a substantial increase since their IPO. Offering a large portion of their shares, around 8%, to their moderators is a novel approach in an IPO that's hasn't been done before. So that was interesting. It is worth noting that Reddit recently made a deal with Google to sell their user-generated content for AI training. So, take that as you will. What do you guys think about that?
I read Reddit. Like I almost use it instead of Google because Google's search results are such hot garbage now that I just go into Reddit and search for the thing I'm looking for, especially if I'm going to buy a product or whatever. I think this is good. I thought Reddit's IPO was going to go the other way. I thought it was going to dip, but
Yep, I did too.
We got a bit of a bounce. Letting the mods buy some shares is pretty interesting because those people have been working for free for Reddit. Because if anybody's unfamiliar, Reddit has like a very baseline set of like rules about the website. Like obviously you can't post illegal things, you can't threaten people, that kind of like very basic stuff. And then the subreddits, moderation rules on top of that. And some of them are interesting, like the IQ test subreddit, if you could imagine. They have a bunch of weird rules in the IQ test subreddit. High IQ only. IQ test? High IQ only.
I used to frequent Reddit. Like literally I would spend multiple hours every single day on Reddit. And I no longer do that. I have not visited Reddit, I think, since mid last year, like somewhere around like August of last year. I think that was the last time I logged into Reddit. I fully switched to Lemmy, which is the Fediverse clone of Reddit. Mastodon is kind of like the Fediverse clone of Twitter. Lemmy is the Fediverse clone of Reddit. And now I use Lemmy just as much as I used to use Reddit.
Well, cool. This is surprising. I thought because Reddit's had problems as a company for like a very long time, and I was pretty stunned that investors saw fit to purchase the stock at such a rate that it actually caused the price to go up.
Yeah, I mean, well, a lot of it is, I think that, they saw that deal with Google and they're thinking like, wow, Reddit has a whole lot of valuable resources that their users just gave to them. I did it for years too. I would just write content on Reddit. To me, I was just like, sending replies to people and stuff. But to Reddit, it's like, no, I'm building out their, essentially, just like Facebook, what you put on Facebook, becomes Facebook's product, right?
Yes.
So just like that, what you put on Reddit becomes Reddit's product. That's what they sell. It does make sense to me that investors would see that and go, oh, there's opportunity there. But I was also expecting it to go down and it went up. So I guess good for Reddit. I'm not a fan of them at all anymore. So, I guess I'm indifferent to them.
So the IPO may have tended to be less volatile. Also, there wasn't a huge bump, and that could just be because Reddit's been around for like 15 years, and so it's like a known entity, So it wasn't going to go. It wasn't going to like triple or quadruple, and it wasn't going to like hack in half. It's just been around for so long that whatever the valuation was probably based on good like long-term information. So good for some of the mods who made a few bucks.
Yeah, that was the one part that I thought that was actually real good on Reddit to offer that kind of it would have sucked if it had gone down for those moderators who actually bought in, but the moderators ended up making some money, so I thought that was good for Reddit to do that. And it's only 8%, which 8% of shares is not like a minor amount of shares, but when you're spreading it among all of those moderators and admins, it does, like, each person gets a very minor amount. But it was good of them to offer that kind of incentive to their to the people who have been building them out as a product for literally years.
I'm kind of surprised it wasn't a bigger IPO. I would have expected it hitting the billion mark or something, because it's such a well-known website. It's used by lots of people. I don't use it, but I do often run across Reddit sites when I'm like searching for something.
Well, they did. If you add up all their shares, the value of their IPO puts them at about $6.5 billion. That is less than the last time that they were privately valued, which was $10 billion. But it does make them a multi-billion-dollar company.
I missed that somewhere along the line. Okay.
All right, what do you got next?
Yeah.
All right, my next story, a somewhat related one. Truth Social sells out. Who wants to buy a sinking ship that lost $10.6 million in the first 9 months of 2023? Digital World Acquisition Corp. That's who. They plan to list Trump Media and Technology Group, say that 10 times fast, on the stock market through a merger. This plan values Trump's stake in the company at $3.3 billion. This, to me, this further solidifies the Republican Party as the party of the wealthy elite. It is worth noting that Truth Social is just a reskinned, slightly modified version of Mastodon with the soapbox front end, and it does not federate with other instances. So if you're on Truth Social, you can't see anything outside of Truth Social, and if you're not on Truth Social, you can't see Truth Social, even though they just run Mastodon under the hood.
I think everybody would have blocked that instance if it was on the Fediverse anyway.
Absolutely. I would have blocked it day one.
Definitely.
Yep.
So I don't know why there's nothing going on. Like why is just one guy's stake in this thing worth $3.3 billion? Like,
fuck if I know, man. Like, I don't know why the company is worth anything. Like, obviously it's worth something because they have a user base, but it's not a great user base. Like, to me, that's a relatively non-monetizable user base. Like, first of all, they're already strapped for cash because they keep giving Trump all their cash. And like, Trump is just a black hole of money. Like, he just sucks it in, and it's always going to go towards like legal expenses. And like, secondly, it's like the kind of people who are on Truth Social. These kind of people aren't the kind of people who are bringing in like 6-figure, 7-figure incomes. Like, these people are probably like, maybe not like barely scraping by, but they're like people who have a modest disposable income.
And even if it was a bunch of rich people,
even
if it was a bunch of rich people, who wants to advertise there?
Yeah.
Like how many gold IRAs can you advertise?
It's all pillows, right?
Pillows.
All pillows all the way down. No, I think that's Frank's speech. The pillow dude has his own social clone.
Okay.
I got kicked off of that one, if you could imagine.
You mean Frank's speech isn't all about free speech?
Apparently, you're not allowed to suggest that the guy who runs it is off the wagon.
Oh, he's so off the wagon, though.
Yeah, I know, but you're not allowed to do that. I don't know what's going on here. I think there's some. I think the technical word is fuckery going on here.
Yeah, I think it might just be a way to give Trump money.
Yeah. I mean,
without like giving Trump money, quote unquote.
We'll see, though. We'll see. Maybe there's some core technology there that we don't understand.
There is not. It is literally Mastodon.
But he has the guys that are good at the cyber.
Thank you for tuning in to How the Tech Are You? We do this show weekly, and we put it out on YouTube in multiple installments, and we also put it out as a podcast. If you want to check that out, that and our other podcasts are available on echoplexmedia.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to support us, you can do that at patreon.com/echoplex and eplex.store. And if you support us on eplex.store, you get to buy a lot of our merch. We have some really great merch, and every merch item that you buy supports the channel, and it supports our podcast network. So feel free to do that, and there will be another video for you right up here. Have a great Tekken week.